Twitter.
All rise.
Please be seated. Elby, you ready? We're going to start the FDR in a minute. We got to get Mr. Martinez. Is everybody here that you thought was coming?
Yes.
Mr. Murns, is everybody here that you thought was coming?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're on. Anything before the jurors come in, Mr. Martinez? Mr. Marins?
No, Your Honor.
Records reflect the presence of Mr. Chrisman, and counsel will bring the jurors in.
Ready, Judge?
Yes, ma'am. You guys stay on this end.
Right there. I see.
Be seated. Records reflect the presence of Mr. Chrisman, counsel, and the jury panel members. Mr. Foreman, I've been advised. Say again.
It's very hard to hear.
Mr. Foreman, I've been advised that you've reached a verdict on one count. Is that correct?
It is, sir.
Is it also correct that with respect to the remaining counts, you have deliberated and are unable to reach a verdict?
Yes.
If you would hand the verdict form to the bail. Before looking at the verdict, I want to thank you for your time, attention, and service to the case. The clerk will read and record the jury's verdict.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant as to count 2 aggravated assault guilty, for person number 4. Is this your true verdict? So say you one and all?
Yes.
Either party wish to poll the jurors.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the clerk is now going to ask each of you individually whether the verdict that she just read is your verdict. I ask that you answer that question yes or no.
Juror number 2, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 3, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 5, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 14, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
If I could see counsel, I'm sorry. If I could see counsel briefly. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't have anticipated or known what your verdict is, but in light of the verdict, there'll be a brief court proceeding that we must continue with you to get information about that. So there's another fact issue that you need to determine. So I'd have you go back to the jury room. The trial is not yet over, so please continue to remember the admonition. Keep an open mind. Don't discuss the case. We'll have the alternates. If the two alternates could remain briefly in court, we will have separate questions to ask of you folks. So if the jurors would go to the jury room, we will have the trial that needs to proceed at 1 o'clock, but the lawyers and I need to go over some legal instructions that we can give you to give you guidelines for how the next part of the trial proceeds. So the deliberating jurors are excused for now. 1 o'clock. No, I'll talk to you. We'll figure out. So we'll stay down here then.
No, I mean, up on our floor.
Then we'll do it up there.
That was my question.
All right. Please be seated. Juror number 1. Having an alternate, there is going to be another part of the trial. I tell both of you, in the unlikely and unhoped event that a deliberating juror is unable to complete their duties, we would have to have one of you folks step in. But I would ask juror number 1, because you were released from deliberating, did you keep the admonition? Juror number 1. And because the issue is not going to be guilt or innocence, would you be able to accept your colleague's verdict with respect to count 2? Juror number 1. Okay. Juror number 16, were you able to keep the admonition and avoid any contact about the case? Juror 16. And would you be able to accept your colleague's verdict with respect to count 2? All right. If both of you would step outside, and we'll be right with you. You go that way. Any motion with respect to juror number 1 or juror number 16?
The state would ask that juror number 1 be removed from any further consideration. He indicated he could not follow the verdict of the 12 other jurors.
Mr. Marins.
I would object to his being excused.
The court, over timely objection, would excuse juror number 1 from service at this time and maintain juror 16 as an alternate if needed for the Blakely trial. To that end, Mr. Martinez, the state had properly noticed and you wish to proceed with the aggravated factor of emotional harm to the victim's family?
Yes, sir.
And you will require witnesses, but those witnesses can be prepared to testify at 1 o'clock today?
They are prepared.
Right. Mr. Marins, what's your position on proceeding with the Blakely trial at this time?
I would prefer to start it tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, I take that as a motion to continue, then.
It is.
Are you unable to proceed today?
No, I'm not unable.
Right. So the court would overrule the timely objection to proceed tomorrow. We have jurors here with witnesses here, so we'll proceed with the Blakely trial at 1 o'clock. I will see counsel. I have to excuse the jurors that I have upstairs until tomorrow, so I will see counsel in my court at 11 o'clock. We'll finalize the jury instructions for the Blakely trial, and so that they can be copied and ready to go. Mr. Martinez, you have a 7.2 motion at this time.
Yes, sir. Pursuant to the jury's verdict of guilt on aggravated assault, a Class 3 dangerous felony based on our conversations, under Rule 7.2, which indicates that at that point, the court shall take the defendant into custody. I'm asking that Richard Chrisman be taken into custody.
The jury's finding of guilt on count 2 included the fact that they found the use of a weapon, which makes it a dangerous, non-probation eligible offense. But for pursuant to Rule 7.2, it's ordered remanding Mr. Chrisman pending sentencing. So I'll see counsel at 11 o'clock, and we'll proceed with the Blakely trial with the jurors at 1 o'clock. We are adjourned.